What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In tonight's video we're going to be unboxing these bad boy filters behind us. They are Fluval FX6s. But before we start the video, let me go and show you what tank we're going to be putting them on. So this is the tank. It is a 6-foot tank. It's 800 tall, or 780 something like that it is, by 600, so it's a big old tank. It's around about 1,000 litres once you fill it up with the two filters as well, about 20 litres, something like that, 1,020 litres. So yeah, it's a monstrous tank. I actually got this tank free. A friend of mine was chucking it out. Well, not chucking it out, it was just sort of sitting in his yard. It wasn't the best tank in the world. Obviously it's got some marks and blemishes in the thing, but it doesn't bother me. It had a couple of tiny little chips in the bottom, so what I've done, it looks a bit messy at the moment. Obviously it's going to be covered in substrate, but I've reinforced the corner over there with a couple of bits of glass. I didn't have to do that, but just to be safe, I've done the same in the bottom here as well, just reinforce it with a couple of new bits of glass. I put some aquarium silicone all around it. Doesn't look the cleanest and tightest job, but it's sealed. Once the substrate's in it, it's going to be sound. But that is the tank. I can't wait to get set up. I've got some crazy fish coming for this tank as well, so yeah, it's going to be epic. But yeah, basically the filters are going on this tank, but let's get back in the other room and unbox them. Welcome back to the video, everyone. Right, so let's get some of these unboxed. We've got two Fluval E300 heaters, which also we're going to be putting on that big tank out there as well. So I'm going to put one either side like I've basically got on this tank behind us. So yeah, these are really good filters. These are really good heaters. I really recommend them. They the digital display, they tell you if your tank's got low flow. Yeah, they're just the best heaters. I've got one in the marine tank there as well. Every one of my tanks running them. But anyway, let's open up one of these FX6s. So obviously I've got two here for the tank out there, which I just said earlier. So this is what the box looks like outside. It's a massive box. It's a massive filter. On here they say 1,500 litres. They do. Personally, I wouldn't go by that because some of the ceramic media they put in here is not enough for this filter. As some of you know, I've done other videos on these filters before and showed you how much more ceramics you can fit in these. Because Fluval, when they actually give you this filter, there's not enough in it, so you need to add some more ceramic in it. But let's open them up and we'll see what's in the box. Last time I bought one of these was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago when I first got this tank. So I've had them for years. When the FX6 first came out, I had them on a 6-foot tank, and yeah, I just fell in love with them straight away. But this is what it looks like inside the box. So first of all, you get your outlet there, which I've actually customised this tank as well, which I don't use these anymore. But they are good, to be fair. Comes with the outlet there. These are fully adjustable. You've got your rubber band there, which obviously goes on the pipe work. You've got this bit of pipe here, which is for water changes, but I never use it as water changes because, funny enough, the valve I'll show you in a minute, I've never actually taken off any of my FX6s. Water changes, I use my Pythons. So I've never used them, but they're well handy to keep, you know, rules in pipes. There's the pipes, and then here, there'll be a box here now. This will be full of all your plastic bits. There you go. So you've got your inlet tube there, which sucks the water in. It's fully adjustable as well. So you put that in your tank, you can go up and down with it. Really good, sticks to the glass. And this actually comes apart as well, so you can actually clean this out and stuff, let it soak in hot water or whatever. You've got your valves here, which control the water flow. So you can turn the water flow up and down. They are very stiff at first, so you can turn the water control up and down. You've got to be careful with these, because if you get any sort of grain of sand in these or anything like that, a bit of gravel or whatever in there, there's a little gasket in there and that can break down and you'll get a tiny little leak which weeps through here. I've got one at the moment which is weeping in my middle filter, and I'm going to do a separate video on here showing how to cure that. So just be a bit careful with these. They're really good though, they push fit, just click on. I always recommend put some silicone grease around here when you put them on, because they just come on and off so much easier. It will save you a lot of stress, especially if you've got a little tank and you're trying to get inside the stand. They will make a massive difference. So there's the valves, two of them like I showed you a minute ago, and then you've got your fittings here. So these fittings go around your pipe, which basically goes on there like that. Tighten them up, job done. They're nice and simple. There's all instructions bits in here anyway. But there's all the fittings. Right, now this is the actual filter itself. So Bosch, there's the filter itself. It's got all the pipes going around the side of it. And this pipe, obviously, you don't want to cut this until you've got it all in place in your tank. So let's undo this. So that's how long the pipe is. So that tank behind us is 3 metres. So, babe, can I borrow this?
Yeah.
Can you hold this? All the way over there. So I go against the tank. No, this tank. So as you can see, this pipe here is probably 3.5 metres, something like that, because we're going either side of it. So yeah, you've got about 3.5 metres of pipe, so there's a hell of a lot of pipe there. But don't cut it, don't cut this until you've got everything set up, because you can mess it up and then you've got to go all the way back to the shop and buy this. And do you know what? The parts ain't cheap. It'll probably cost you 30 quid, something like that. I haven't actually looked because I haven't messed one up so far, touch wood. But this is pipe work. So that bit goes on there like that. You put your metal clip round, tighten it up with a straight headed screwdriver, job done. But this is the fun bit inside here. So obviously you've got your motor on there. I've done separate videos on this, taking this apart, cleaning it out, cleaning the impeller about. So go and check that out. But this comes off, so you've got your head here. Undo all these, flick all these round. So I know these filters like the back of my hand, I use them all the time. So the head comes off like that. Looks like this all inside. So you've got your out and in, you can't go wrong, it says it all on top. And what I've done before in the past, I have actually labelled in and out on them tubes there. So when you take it on and off, you know where they go. But here's the big bit. Let's lift all this out. There's your tray. So this is what it looks like inside. Like this. Okay, so here's the media tray here. So it looks like this. You've got a 3-part tray. It's got all these foam pads in it. If I'm honest with you, I don't personally like these that well. They are good, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to change them now because they're all brand new. But I have got all these pads behind us. I've got a fine, medium and a harsh. And I'll probably use the fine and the medium like that. And basically put them inside the canister like that. So you create a lot more filtration. So that's so much better to use, and like it goes together like teeth. But let's open up this and see what's inside. So it looks like this. Undo it like this. First tray, you've got your foam pads. You've got this tray here. I've done away with all of these. You've got another course pad in there, which I've done away with as well. But look, this is how much media you get in these. So they give you a little carbon bag here with actually no carbon in it, which is great. This is a carbon pad here, right at the bottom, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to fill up ceramic. That bag's pretty useless, if I'm honest with you. And then you've got your ceramic rings here. That is useless. You probably won't use that. You've got another bag of ceramic rings there. So this whole filter comes with that much ceramic. You know, this is not going to filter 50, 100 litres worth of water, no chance. You ain't going to have enough bacteria growing on that much ceramic. You need to load this filter up massively. So we're probably going to use another, I don't know, another 10 or 15, probably 15 bags of this, which I've got spare out there to load this filter up. But that's how they are. You've got your course pad all the way around there. That's your bottom tray, like I said a minute ago. You've got a carbon pad in there, which I'm not going to use because I don't use carbon, because it's rubbish. And yeah, that one there just comes completely empty. I don't even give you a bag of carbon, which is pretty annoying for how much money you're actually paying for these filters. So that's not that good. But let's put all this back together, and I'll show you what the filter actually does with its flow. So these little hooks here, they go on the side of here like that, hook it all together, same with the other side, So when you come to clean the filter, it's really nice and easy. Look, you can sort of swing it about. You haven't got to worry about it all falling apart. I've got a filter outside there in that Aqua 1 tank, and do you know what? You have to get your whole hand in there and try and grab all your media out without it falling apart, and it's an absolute nightmare. To be honest with you, it's one of the worst filters I've ever used. I hate them. So you can't go wrong with the Fluval stuff. It's nice and easy. They have thought about something on them. So that goes in there like that. Now what I've noticed, when I bought FX6 in the past, see there's a gasket in here, it runs all the way around here. I don't know if you can see on there, let me zoom in for you. So there's a gasket that runs all the way around there, okay? On the older filters when I used to buy them, when I used to buy the other FX6s, which is the same as these, it didn't come with it built in, it was on sort of inside the bag here. So looking at that now, that's not the gasket, that was just where it was all tied up together. But they've actually put the gasket in there for you. On the old ones, they never used to do that, but that's quite a good idea. You know, because some people probably forgot to put that in and it actually created leaks. So yeah, it's a lot better that is. But let's put this all back together. So the tray goes in there nice and easy like that. Once you start filling that up with ceramic media, it's going to be so heavy, and when you fill that with water, it's going to be well heavy. Getting them out of there is a struggle sometimes. Let's put that back in. That goes like that. So the water's going to go in through this tube here, in through there. It's going to go all the way around, okay? All the way around this media, what am I about? It's going to go all the way around these foam pads like this first, all the way around, and it's going to go back through here, all the way down through the bottom of the media, through that tube, up through the motor here, and back up through the other pipe into your tank, through that outlet there. So that's basically it. But yeah, if you're setting up these filters, you're going to need to get yourself some Bio-Home, some ceramic, whatever you want to use, but K1 media, but there's not enough in there. That's terrible from Fluval, to be honest with you. That's nowhere near enough. Yeah, for 1500 litres, you know, it's not going to do 1500 litres, it's probably going to do 200 litres, you know, with that much ceramic in there. No bacteria, not enough bacteria is going to grow on there. It's going to polish your water like there's no tomorrow with all them foam pads, but it hasn't even got a bag of carbon, so that's pretty bad from them, to be honest with you. It should come with a bag of carbon. A lot of people out there run carbon, you know, you're paying, I paid like 250 quid each for these, you know, you expect to get a lot more ceramic than that. But can't fault the filter, they're really good. But with a bit of customisation, they're a lot better. But anyway, thanks for watching the video as always. Like and subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell, and keep it real.